What's up, guys? This is Shamash here, brand new video. Today we're doing What If Deku Was the Indominus Rex Part 3. A lot of people actually like this series though, so I will be continuing on with it though. So yeah. Let me get ready and let's set a timer. Fuck. 5 o'clock. Jesus. Yeah, I'm still doing my videos in the closet, don't worry. I actually fixed it a little bit, so I can actually lay here though and stuff. I have my charger in here though and stuff. But yeah, let's get started. What If Deku Was the Indominus Rex Part 3. Where the fuck's the Indominus Rex thing? So yeah, we're still using this picture. So, well, where we left off, All For One's daughter was chasing Deku in his dreams. Now, All For One's daughter is mostly running after Deku. Still continues doing that. Deku's trying a place to hide. And he's thinking, wait, this is my dream, so I can do whatever the fuck I want here. So up he stops, and all the All For One clones of All For One's daughter stops. So he makes a smile at all of them, and all of them are curious. And he says that, you fucking idiot. And he says that, this is my dream, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. And he immediately forms his arms into a mostly carnage-like sword. And I'm actually going to show you an image I actually found. Right, like this. Mostly like this, though. Mostly how it looks. It mostly forms like it looks like a tooth bone or something, though, and stuff. But yeah. Send this. But yeah. Let me go back to this, so yeah. So mostly it's made out of his bones, and they're all saying, oh, it is. And all of them are now fucking, like, they're just now realizing this because they forgot. So, well, in the real world, All For One's saying she's mostly in Deku's dreams. And he's just watching her, like, sleeping on the couch. Because when she's doing this, she's sleeping. And mostly, they're, like, laying by each other, though. Like, Deku's, like, sitting up and sleeping. And she's mostly sitting up and sleeping. And her head's on Deku's shoulder. And he thinks it's a little weird, but he's just, like, thinking she must have went in Deku's brain or something. So, All For One's just sitting on the couch, watching some TV on low volume to not wake them up. And mostly he's eating some cake. All For One, you dirty son of a bastard. You gave me that fucking disease cake that made me shit like bricks. But yeah, I'm sorry for telling you guys I shit like bricks, but that shit hurt. That shit hurt. Fuck you, All For One. You made me shit like bricks. Fuck you. You stole my cake. By the way, guys, I really am sorry for telling you I shit like bricks, so sorry. But yeah. So let's continue on. Oh my god, sorry for that, but yeah. So, well, All For One's still looking at them and stuff, but he still watches TV. You're gonna be saying, what the heck is All For One watching? He's mostly watching the news. And he's seeing that mostly, mostly between the time of, we're close to, in a few months, or like, months later, years later or something, though, we're gonna see the Indoraptor being made, and we're actually gonna see a good fight against Deku versus it. Or mostly it becomes, it's like its brother or something like that. A little weird. But yeah. So, well, All For One is mostly watching news, and they're saying that mostly a villain has killed 355 people with his quirk, and we got news that his quirk allows him to mostly spread fear. And All For One's thinking that might be a great quirk for Deku. So, well, they do have a picture of him, say that this way looks like though, but they do not know where is he. So, All For One calls up Kirigiri, and he mostly tells him to open a warp gate. So, All For One says that, do you know who this guy looks like though? And he says, mostly no, sir. And he says, I thought you wouldn't know. He says, why exactly? And he says that mostly I need to find this person because he actually has a great quirk, though. And he's thinking that, are you going to give it to, Deku? And he says, yes, I actually am. And by the way, sexy. Kirigiri has met Inko, though, and he says that mostly when you're around Inko and Deku, mostly call him, Zuku, because that's what she's calling him. And he says, huh, that's a way better name for Deku anyway, though. Sounds like a nickname for him. He says, I know. So he tells him to mostly sum by his doctor. So he opens a warp gate for that, and mostly he goes through. So the doctor says, what is it, All-For-One? He says that mostly do you know who that person was that killed like a lot of people? And he says, yes, I actually do. I used to treat him anyway. And he says, do you know where he lives anyway? And he says, mostly no. He must have changed his location. But, well, he says, wait, I think I might have a few people that actually can't find him. And, well, he says, he's calling a lot of people out and stuff, and he says, actually, I found him. And he says, really? And he says, yeah, he's mostly in the downtown parts, though. Well, mostly the place where homeless people are. And he says, huh, that would actually be a great place to find him anyway. So, he says, okay. So, well, he tells Kirigiri to open a warp gate and tell him to go, open a warp gate to the homeless area, mostly the sea. So he does, and it's not like the place where you mostly see a lot of homeless people in this area, though. No offense to homeless people and stuff. No offense. I think that people that are homeless and they think that it's their fault because they're homeless. A, they've been cheated out of some bullshit, though, by their wife. Just saying. Or man. Just saying. Or they just use it on crack. Okay? I'm gonna say this right now. If you're on crack, though, get the shit off of it. Coronavirus bullshit's gonna fuck you up, though. Meth. Stop it. If you're in GTA 5, no. Bad. You are a bad person if you did meth. If you take a little sample, like those cakes, though, those things, though, But yeah, if nobody understands that joke, please just, if you go watch Scrubsy, you'll understand. But yeah. So, well, he just goes to the All-For-One's looking up, and he's saying, do you know who this man is? All the homeless people are, giving All-For-One the dirty looks, because he's a villain. And they know that if they say anything, they're gonna die. So, well, he finally finds the person. He says, who the hell are you? And he says, my name's All-For-One. And the villain that has killed a lot of people says, wait, you're that guy who can steal quirks. And he says, yes, I actually can. And, he says, yes, I actually can. And immediately All-For-One spreads this little mist thing to knock out all the homeless people in the area. To make them not know. And it mostly makes them all forget. He says, what the hell did you deal with these homeless people anyway? He says, don't worry, I knocked them all out. He says, huh, shouldn't you be, trying to kill me or something? He says, actually, I'm not going to kill you yet. And All-For-One creates those obsidian fingers, though. And mostly stabs the guy and steals his quirk. So, well, the guy tries to grab the obsidian things, though, and use his quirk. But he can't. And he says, what the hell happened to my quirk? And he says, I stole it. And he says, give it fucking back now, you piece of shit. And he says, I was actually going to leave you alive, but for calling me that, I think you deserve to die. And he uses one of his quirks. He actually uses his strangling quirk, though, a quirk that actually uses, it's like the Force. Just say it. It's just like Star Wars Force, before it got fucked up. And Rey, I bet they only made Rey the main character because she's a female. Just saying. I bet they did that because they want to be gender equal. When you do that, though, in good movies and good shows, you're ruining the show. Just saying. Finn, you are a simp from Adventure Time. Just saying. He is a simp. You all have to agree. Simp! But yeah. So, well, he mostly kills him, though, and he tells Kiryu to open a warp gate. So he does, and he gets back to the base. He says, was it good over there? And he says, yeah, I mostly did. I actually killed him though and stole his quirk. And he says, huh. So who are you gonna give the, I mean, I already know you're gonna give the quirk to. And he says, are you really sure you're gonna give it to him? And he says, I am actually sure. He says, fine, I'll open a warp gate to your home. So he does, and he says, wait. Shigaraki is there, but he's mostly still sleeping on stuff, because sleeping bitch. But yeah. So, well, he says that, I think Shigaraki should wake up in a few minutes anyway, though. So, well, he says that, I'm just gonna come with you, anyways, that's fine. So, well, they both go through the warp gate. So, well, Shigaraki, Kirigiri sees Deku and his daughter sleeping on the couch. And he says, are they okay? And he says, yeah, mostly she's in Deku's head, though, checks what he's dreaming about anyway. And I bet Deku's doing some weird shit. And he says, huh. So he says that you're gonna give Deku the quirk when he's dreaming, or mostly the quirk when he's awake. And he says, mostly awake, though, and stuff. So he says, should I wake them up? And he says, no, let them sleep for a little longer. So let's get back to Deku's dream. So Deku's slicing up all the copies of All for One's Daughter. And she can't really do anything. She can only do so much in Deku's dream. Mostly only change up the appearance of people. That's it. So Deku's slicing up more and more of her. Mostly blood's going everywhere. And, well, Deku gets a headache. And you're going to say, why the fuck is he getting a headache? Because, well, he was cloned from the Indominus Rex. And he's actually remembering memories from the Indominus Rex. So his killing stops, though. And she mostly, all those clones of her disappear. And she's asking what the fuck's wrong. And he says that my fucking head hurts anyway. Feels like somebody mostly got a sledgehammer and just sledged in my head, though. And he says, mostly I can remember something, though. It's mostly not me. The only thing I can remember something of me, like in a, wasn't getting swallowed by a big fish or something. So, well, she says, I think I should wake you up anyway. So, well, she, well, gets out of Deku's dreams, and she mostly is awake, and she sees Kirigiri, though. And he says, oh, hey, Kirigiri. He says, oh, hey. So, well, she wakes up Deku, and he's right there. He says, why the hell were we so close anyway? He says that, I don't fucking know. So, All for One's there, he says that, Deku, he says, yeah. He says that, I'm going to give you a quirk. By the way, guys, I did make 2 recordings of this, though. The first recording, I mostly wanted to call, All for One's Daughter Go-Go, but some copyright reasons, I bet, though, I might get sued and stuff. Or at least copyright reason, might get, like, my channel might get deleted or my episode. And stuff. I don't like deleting some videos of mine, though, if they're only shitty. So I did do that. If anyone does want to see it, my Discord will have deleted, if I have actually called, it'll be called What If Deku's Deleted. That means deleted episodes that I didn't really want to do. So, well, I will be posting it there. So, yeah. So, well, All for One says that, Deku, I really want to give you a quirk. And All for One's daughter is now saying, wait, what? And he says, yeah, Mary, you have a limit of 4. We really don't know what Deku's limit is. So, well, he says, Deku, here. So, well, he says, most of you gonna have to shake my hand. So, if he does, and he gets his fear quirk. And he says, what the heck was a quirk anyway? He says, it's mostly a fear quirk. And he says, cool. And he says, cool indeed. But mostly, the fear quirk allows you to do a few things. Mostly, here it goes. Mostly I figured it out a little bit, though, with some other quirks to, like, do some stuff. And he says that mostly this quirk allows you to create mostly gas to produce to make people fear. There's only one problem. The gas is highly explosive. So if anyone sparks a fire here, we're going up in flames. So Deku is saying, that's cool. And he's accidentally making some gas. And he says, crap. And everyone sees the gas is mostly green. And he says, Deku, mostly All for One's daughter, says that, Deku, can you stop? And he says, I don't know how to stop anyway. And All for One's saying, I think I knew why. And he says, just close your mouth. And he does. So the toxic gas, mostly the fear toxin stuff making. And he says that the second way you can make the stuff is mostly creating the sludge that mostly you can make people touch or lace something with it. To mostly, if anyone touches it, they will get high amounts of fear. Too much of it, and they could die. So just get in mind with that. It's okay. So, well, shit. So, well, Dak is just shaking his head to this because he doesn't want, like, toxic gas and stuff. I mean, fear toxin and stuff. So, well, All For One's daughter says that, so how the heck did he stop making that fear toxin stuff anyway? And, well, All For One says that, I think, how it is. And he immediately says, Deku, okay, this is how you're gonna answer. Put thumbs up if you understand, and put thumbs down if you do not understand. And Deku puts a thumb up, and he understands. And he says, good. So, well, he says, okay, how do I do this? He says that, I'm gonna give you another quirk. Mostly, I have a quirk that allows me to copy other quirks and give it to other people. It's mostly like a backup storage drive. I create a copy of it. It's not the original, but still a copy. So he says that I'm going to give you my quirk. And the lead scene, actually, I'm going to say this right now, actually, mostly, All For One's daughter did, though. And he says that, wait, I think I don't want to give you mine, because mine's is not, I'm not saying this in a mean way, daughter, but mostly, mine is too powerful. Yours is not. So, well, he actually says, Dart, I'm going to give you a copy quirk. Mostly the quirk I use to store up copies of my quirk. So, what he gives to his daughter says that mostly you copy your stockpile quirk, the steel quirks, though, and give Deku the copy of your stockpile quirk. So, she does relentlessly, though, stuff. And Deku gets now All For One's quirk, technically, but weakened form. You're gonna say, does Deku have to train to make it stronger? He actually will have to. How long do we actually have? Shit. Okay. So, this does hurt Deku a little bit because the stockpile quirk does hurt still, and he accidentally, says, ow. But, well, he makes some more gas, and she mostly, All For One Star punches Deku and says that you shouldn't really just stop speaking anyway. And, well, he mostly is still hurting, because it hurts a lot, actually. So, well, sorry. But, well, All For One says, yes, it actually does hurt a lot, though. I actually had to give my daughter a few other quirks, though. So, well, he explains that when you're stealing quirks, mostly don't steal that many, because we don't know your limits. And that intelligent quirk you do have, though, it only can go so far. He explains the intelligent quirk helps you keep your mind intact. If you have too many quirks, the intelligent quirk will break down and, well, not work. And you will go into mostly like a Nomu. And Deku is asking, what the heck is that? And he's saying mostly like a mindless creature with no mind, mostly is super strong, but it can't do anything without command. And he says, huh, so like your daughter. And immediately Deku did say stuff though, and more gas comes out. And immediately her daughter punches Deku. Again, it says that, not like me, you idiot. And, well, he stopped making that gas. And he says, huh, why the heck is that gas not coming out anyway? And he says, mostly, I think the stockpiling quirk is actually stopping that from happening. But, well, he says, daughter, I mostly want my backup quirk back anyway. That's what he's calling it. And he says, fine. So, well, he takes it back. So, well, he says that, let me think. I think I should give you guys something. And he says that mostly I want to send you guys on a mission, but I think you guys are ready. And All For One's daughter says, wait, you want to send us a mission? And Deku's curious, saying, wait, what type of mission? And, well, All For One's saying, well, it's a mission that I really don't want to do it now, but I think you guys are ready. He's saying that mostly, I think I mostly have to give you guys weapons. And Deku's getting really excited because he loves weapons. Mostly he was killing those copies of All for One's daughter. So, well, he's saying what type of weapons anyway. And Deku seems really excited. And Kirigiri says, huh, Deku, you're really excited for weapons, aren't you? And he says, yeah, because they're the best weapons to kill people. And mostly, Kirigiri sees Deku has a really problem with killing people. It's really weird, though. And this will be coming up later, though. And he says, fine. Mostly, Kirigiri, open a warp gate to my friend, the Forger. And, well, All for One's daughter doesn't know who the Forger is. And he says, who the hell is the Forger? And he's saying that I'll explain when we get there. So, Kirigiri does open the warp gate, they go through, and, they're at the Forger. Mostly, he's the guy who makes All for One's weapons, and that helmet, actually. Mostly, that metal helmet All for One wears is created by him. And he always stamps it, mostly like Kai's dad from Lego Ninjago. Really cool. Let's have a look there. Ugh. But yeah. So, yeah, I think I should stop recording videos at night. But All for One says, okay, be quiet though, so I can speak to them. And they are. So, the Forger says, oh, All for One, my best customer. And he says, yes, Forger, I am. And he says, yes, what can I do with you anyway? Do you need that helmet of yours repaired or something? Is it not good to your standings? And he says, no. I want you to just make 2 weapons for my son and my daughter. And he says, oh, you have a son? Congratulations. Where is he anyway? And he's saying, he's right there. And Deku's still in his suit. And he says, oh, he looks like you anyway. Mostly by the suit, though, and stuff. And All for One's daughter does not wear a suit. She's just wearing her thing. Mostly a regular thing. No. And, the Forger says, okay, what type of weapons do you want me to make them anyway? And he says, Dara, what type of weapon do you want? And she says mostly she wants a... Let me think. What type of weapon? Mostly she wants, before she could finish that sentence, the Forger said, I already got it, though. And he says, wait, what? And he says, I have the ability to read minds, remember? And All for One says, oh yeah, I forgot. This guy can read minds. That's how you can tell people want what. So he says, mostly you want Moonshell Elf Blades. And Deku's curious, saying, what the hell are those? And he says, they're type of weapons that this character... He says, blue is just like weapons that can actually connect to each other and stuff. You really don't have to explain it that much, kid. And he says, Deku, what type of weapons do you want? And he says, mostly you can just read my mind, can't you? And he says, yeah, but I mostly want you guys to think about it anyway. And he's thinking, and I think, do I have it here? Mostly put the Google and stuff, backing up, right here. So he's mostly thinking of that weapon. He's saying, that's a curious weapon. And, it's mostly a glove that mostly you can wear, and it can mostly like a metal blade. He actually gets 2 of them. So he says that, mostly I think I could create 2 of those. And he says that, okay. So he says that's going to cost $500. And he said, All for One gets his wallet and says, no, it's on the house. And he says, really? And he says, yes, mostly you guys are... You mostly, gave me my quirk anyway, so it's the least I can do. It's still on the house, though, remember. So he says, nice, though. So, a few hours later, mostly he got the weapons done. Mostly Deku's weapon is red. Hers is mostly the Moonshell elf color and stuff. And he says, mostly, mostly, your daughter's weapon, I'm still gonna have to work on. Mostly, it is done, but I have to put the different parts in. And he says, okay then. But he said that I did make a different type of weapon for her, though. For mostly a different weapon, because those takes a few times to make. And he'll have to send to a different person to actually put the gears and stuff. But it will take him a few hours, so I will call you back when it's done. But he gives her mostly a metal stick, a pole. And Deku's thinking, and he actually smiles though, and she says, what's so funny, Deku? And he says that, mostly he says that mostly with that pole you have though, you can get my way faster. And she thinks about that, and All-For-One thinks about that, and he says, what? He's mostly like, she's looking at him like she's gonna kill him, and All-For-One is like, laughing though, like saying, he's just laughing about it though, and stuff. And she immediately hits Deku with a pole, but he blocks it with his, mostly, the glove with that slice thing. So he blocks it though and stuff. And he gets his arm and says, well, you might want to miss her though. You almost attacked me. And he says, I'll just use the pole anyway for something else. And he says, what? Becoming a... And All-For-One says, you might not want to finish that sentence. And she says, no, finish that sentence though, so I can assault you with this pole. And the forger's laughing too though and stuff, but All-For-One says, you don't want to laugh, dude. And he whispers to him, says that she mostly has my quirk now, so yeah, she can steal your quirk. And he's mostly really, really scared now because she can steal his quirk. Oh yeah, he never told her that he can steal her quirk though. And he explains that Deku can steal your quirk too, but he really doesn't use it yet. So he says that All-For-One, I think we should shouldn't you guys be leaving now? And he says, yes, we should. And he grabs Deku and his daughter and grabs her by the arm, and Elsie drags her to the warp gate, though. So, well, the forger starts working on All-For-One's daughter's things, though, and they're taking a while. Now, if you guys do not know what Moonshell Blades are, it's right here. You can just... Right here, they're type of weapons that mostly can connect, though, and, like, create cool... Like a bow, I think. Let me search up. I'm just searching up, guys. Please do not harass me, though, and stuff. I did watch the series. Don't worry. I'm not a crazy person. Matt Pack, stop milking FNAF. It needs a rest from the milking. Sorry, Game Theory, but I had to. So there are type of weapons like this, though. Side, top, bottom, back, front, stuff. They mostly turn to hiking weapons, to blade swords, mostly combined to a bow. It's like a good versatile weapon. It's like 3-in-1. But yeah. It's really good. Just saying that right now. Just have to say, if I had one of these bullshit things, dude, I would be killing, no offense, but I would be killing people. But yeah. See, that thing's so bullshit. Badass. Just saying. But yeah. So, Kirigiri sees Deku's weapons, though. You're gonna say, Kirigiri's like surprised Deku has that type of weapon. His is mostly red with black in it. It mostly has the Invader Zim symbol, like on the... Mostly right here, see, mostly on the hand symbol when he opens the hand of the glove, it has the Invader Zim on it, Invader Sim symbol on it. And people will only understand if you watched back then. Some adults did watch Invader Zim, and All-For-One did. And he says, oh, you have the Invader Zim mark. And he says, what do you mean? He explains that mark mostly means, he explains that it used to be an old TV series that ended, though, because it was too expensive to make. And he explains that symbol means mostly an alien species that has conquered millions of worlds and killed countless people. And he says that's kick-ass, though. So, well, Kiryu thought All-For-One's daughter would get, like, a cooler weapon. And he says, oh, you have a bow staff? And he says, mostly, yeah, because that forger has to finish my weapons anyway. And he says, yeah, but your weapon is mostly useless against mine. And, well, All-For-One says that you mostly don't want to underestimate that type of weapon. And he's saying, nah, mostly, he says, wait, why exactly? And he explains that he actually says, well, how about this? And he creates a mostly illusion how the Moonshell Elf thing's supposed to look like. And he explains that these things are mostly turned into pickaxe climber things, bows, and like a long sword. Mostly a double-head scythe. And stuff. And Deku's mostly not scared because his weapons are stronger and stuff. And he says, nah, my weapons could defeat that. And he says mostly no, when a person that can have the ability to read minds, let's just see, steal quirks. Yeah, you're really fucked up. So yeah. So Off One's daughter is like just pulling, just twisting the pole around a little bit though, and Deku says, "Kiri, you know the joke I did with you know what I did with her?" And he says, "What exactly?" He says that mostly I said she could do a lot of things with that pole, and she immediately hits Deku in the head with the pole and says, "Don't you dare repeat that joke." And Kirigiri's saying, "What joke?" And Awfully explains that the joke was mostly, she's a stripper. And Kirigiri starts a little laughing, though. He starts chuckling. And she says, "Kirigiri, do you want to get hit with this pole?" And Kirigiri gets really now scared because it's All For One's daughter. And he says, "No." And he says, "Good. So stop laughing and mostly be quiet." And Kirigiri is not being quiet because he does not want to get assaulted by a short stripper. Sorry, guys, from calling All For One's daughter a stripper, but it's like fucking hilarious calling her that because a pole. You guys thought I would never make a joke. Haha, bitch, I did. Yeah, all feminists that are gonna get angry about this, fuck you. Yeah. Anyone who does like, if anyone has any ideas for her name, please go to my Discord, though I will be creating a column for that, called All For One's daughter's name. I will actually try to figure out what she should call her, though, and stuff, but yeah. This has been the Shadow Master, and goodbye. I might just call her Inko or something, or Midoriya, something. But yeah, this has been the Shadow Master, goodbye.